to Tony Bentall, marketer Bentall, I guess we would call that if we're calling Coach Curl Coach Curl. Or is it Tony from marketing? Whatever it is. I know
whichever's easiest to remember, that's it.
What's that?
Whichever is easiest to remember, then that's the one I'll go with.
Tony from marketing it is. So have a chat to us about tell us a little bit about your business and tell us a little bit more about your spin on where we're at.
Yeah, cool. So we're so Media Booth. I'm part of the Media Booth team. Again, thank you very much for inviting me to be on the panel. Media Booth, we're a digital marketing agency. We cover everything from from website development right the way through running a Google ad campaign, social media, content writing, CRM integration and automation. We also have an arm of our business. We specialize in video and photography. So my passion is working with small business and helping them get a better understanding about marketing, and then helping them understand that investing in marketing can actually be a good thing rather than a scary thing. I think I will start off by saying I agree with one of the first statements that Tony made, is that it's very easy to panic. We really, it doesn't get us anywhere. So first of all, let's not panic. Let's take a couple of deep breaths and let's try to I guess come up with some options. The meaning of crisis with options and whatever else really hit home, because it's all about options now. We need to, one thing I would say is let's reach out to get advice from professionals within your network. Family and friends, I know, are going to be there. Everyone's going to have an opinion on what we should do and everything else. I would say kind of take that information, thank them for their, for their opinion. But let's be honest, a lot of family and friends are typically going to give us the information that this is going to be an opinion, based on emotions rather than factual evidence, education, or experience. So what I would say is, what we need to do is, as businesses, regarding marketing, is let's start with the basics. I've been specializing in digital marketing for about 16 years, and really focusing on digital marketing with small business for about the last 6 or 7 years. I typically meet with 1 or 2 business owners a day and talk to them about their, everything from their websites right the way through to socials and everything else. And it surprises me how many of us are still getting the basics wrong. So the second thing for me is, I would say, first is let's not panic. Secondly is, let's actually have a look at what we can do online. So by ensuring our online profiles and presence is up to scratch. Never before has the reliance of this been any more important. Simple things as far as checking your business name, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, are all updated on every single profile that we have. A lot of businesses have old directories and even old social medias and things like that. My tip would be, you could Google your business name and basically start at the top, work the way down the list. Google's going to be pretty good at picking all of your profiles, your website, Google My Business profiles, and everything else. So a lot of people say, I don't know what I've got online. I don't know half the things. Well, Google search your own name and run down the list. And again, check all of those name, address, phone numbers, etc.
But Tony, doesn't Google already know who we are?
Yeah, it does. But the problem is that it won't update your information for you. Okay, so by having, you confuse Google, you confuse search engines by having multiple listings online if they don't have the same name, address, phone numbers, etc. Excuse the people walking in the background. We had a big flood in December, so we got quite a few tradies fixing up our office. So see people walking around. Apologies for that.
It's good to see you're still putting into the economy.
Trying, absolutely. I think it's up to about $100,000 so far in the rebuild of the office, thanks to the floods. So there's a little bit gone back. Too much going out.
Excellent. Hopefully a lot of it was covered by insurance. So what else? So yes, so we're going to look at making sure that we've got our name, address, and phone number accurate. What else are we going to look for?
Really, there's no better time to have somebody have a good look at your website. Again, every man and his dog, every digital marketing company out there offers audits and blah, blah, blah. Take them up on the offer. say yes. Have 3 companies off, we'll run audits all day long. We don't charge anything for it. So have 2 or 3 agencies, have a look at your website and give you some advice for it. Everyone sort of is so sick of hearing this whole, we'll run an audit, we'll run an audit. When I meet with business owners and actually ask them when was the last time you had it done, it's A, never been done, or B, it was 3 years ago. So take us up on the offer. Get us to give you some information. It's free, won't cost you a cent. There's some pretty good tools that we can use to also utilize to help you get a better result from online. So have your website audited.
Fantastic. So what else?
Google My Business. This is a big one. Very few people are using Google My Business anywhere near what they could. Most of us as local businesses want to rank on search engine. Everybody, when I ask, and I literally ask everybody when I meet with them, what's the end goal? Where would you like to be ranking on search engine? Everybody says, I want to be page 1, number 1. And I say, well, yeah, that's great. But how about we have 3 bites of the cherry? Why not have an ad running at the very top? Why not have your business listed in Google Maps, your Google My Business profile, and then have your website organically ranking? So, Google My Business, Google's put a lot of focus on localized search results. Created Google Plus for Business quite a few years ago, long story, but now we've got this Google My Business profile. Very few business owners that I meet with are utilizing it. They're not posting on there like they would Facebook or Instagram. Haven't even updated it, haven't even filled in the correct information on Google My Business.
And I think there is a lot of confusion that occurred with the Google Plus, Google My Business changeover, and that led a lot of people to be feeling that this Google Plus is useless because everyone was saying it was useless. And then when they've done the changeover, I don't think they've really got the message out there around Google My Business and what it can do for you. I think they've done a really poor marketing job.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of confusion around it. I would say the majority of people that I meet with, the majority of people use it, but they don't actually know what it is. The easiest way for me to describe what Google My Business is just think of all the good bits, the information from a website, and all the good bits and functionality from a social media profile, and Google's basically combined them both. So all of your contact details and information. Sorry, Kevin.
So with Google My Business, can you actually share your content from your website onto there? Because I've heard lots of rumors that Google doesn't like the same content being all over the place.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't like you to use the same information everywhere. And I say that a bit. The thing is, you've got to look at, your business name is your business name. Your contact details are your contact details. Your products and services and about you is going to be very, very similar. Would I recommend you using the exact same information from your website? No, because unique content is always a good thing. So get in the habit of trying to make unique content. But in reality, your Google My Business profile will allow you to have an About Us section within there. It has sections in there where you can fill in your services and products and things like this. So, you're better off copying and pasting if you're not going to do anything at all, anything differently. At least copy and paste information from your website and have it within your Google My Business profile. But ideally, yes, use unique content.
So you should be putting blogs up on the Google My Business and photos and all that sort of stuff too?
Absolutely. You should be thinking of Google My Business as a social media profile. So, if you go up there a before and after photo, or you might be running a special on a product or something like that. Absolutely. When I shoot a video, and as some of you might know, that I've been trying to shoot some videos to help.
I've seen 1 or 2 of those, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few of them. Not that I enjoy doing them that much, but I feel that I do get thanks for them. So that's a pretty good reason for me to keep doing it. But yeah, first place when I create a new video, first place it goes on our Google My Business profile. When we post a new content, whatever it might be, our first go-to is Google My Business. Because let's be honest, when there's no better happenings within the day than when somebody calls our number and we answer the phone and they say, "Oh, hey, just looking for a digital marketing company, found you on Google. Can we chat?" That's the ultimate goal.
Absolutely. And you've got a theory about getting listed on a number of different directories, because that's always going to help you bump up your site organically anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I call the basics, the setup of your business should be create your website have a good website that's going to work for you. We can discuss websites perhaps another time, but have a website that's going to work for you. Set up at least your Google My Business, your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn as a minimum. And I would also recommend to go and have a look at some of the directories that are out there. At the end of the day, it's all about building trust with search engine. If search engine trusts you, they're going to reward you better results. So how do we build trust? At the end of the day, we need to satisfy to Google that we are who we say we are. So if we just push a website live, Google crawls that website, sees a name and address and phone number once, yeah, you've built a little bit of trust. But if you have 10, 15, 20 other profiles online that are all the same name, address, phone numbers, a similar feel, I mean, Google, it's a semantic search engine, it's learning, it's evolving. If all of our pieces of all of our profiles out there have a similar look and feel about who it is that we are and what we do, you're going to build more trust with it. Then we feed into more content, blogging and everything else to better that relationship as we move forward.
Absolutely. That's a really interesting point that you make there. The first person that we've got to build trust with is Alexa, Google. Because if we're not building trust with Google, then Google's not going to send people to us. And so really, really important point there. So thanks very much for that. So make sure that you, if people are offering free website audits, take them up on it. You never know what can come out of it. Have a link, make sure you do set up your Google My Business. Look, now from personal experience, it's going to take forever for their letter to come to you. So when you do set it up, be really super patient. I ran out of patience and said, hey, you must have sent the letter to the wrong address. And so they had to send me another one. And the very next day, my letter showed up. So if you think it's going to take, they tell you it's going to take within 3 weeks, give them at least 8 before you start that.
They usually email. Just don't ever consider your email any more reliable than putting things in the physical post either. So think of it as about the same.
That and the washing machine. I think the washing machine stole my emails too.
I think the washing machine did. All our emails, missing emails and missing physical mail, it's all somewhere with our socks.
Absolutely. Probably is useful too. Tony, I'll go to you just to finish up. And I'll.
So I've made a couple of other quick points. I would look at how we can rely on digital and lessen our face-to-face contact as much as possible. Obviously, this is the reasons for the discussion is what we can do in the face of this crisis. This pains me to say because although I work in the digital space, I much prefer to meet with people in person. I've always been a people's person. I actually much prefer that rather than Skype and email and everything else. But have a look at various steps and processes that involves our day-to-day activities within our business. So, if we're active networkers for education and personal mindset growth, things like this, have a look at, webinars and other online gatherings. If we're active networking for, or even cold calling, have a look at alternative lead generation campaigns, Facebook ads, Google ads, move a lot of that sort of face-to-face stuff off, online onto the digital. If you're relying on referrals and leads through word of mouth, this is a big thing for me. There's a lot of us out there with lists, with email lists and mobiles, and we're not utilising it anywhere near what we could or should be. So get back to basics, get back to your email listing, and look at adding SMS. Last but not least, the one thing I would say is utilising video. So again. Last week, if we're providing a proposal for somebody, we would ideally, for me, try to go and meet with them, run through the proposal, etc. Maybe look at sending through the proposal, sending a video. The video could run through basically you guys, who you are, what you do, explain the proposal. So have a look at getting more of this away from face to face and online. Fourthly, very quickly, I would say it's imperative that you have a chat with an accountant and mentor or coach, because the thing is that we can all be very, very busy. We can all be thinking that we're doing the right things, but if we're blindfolded and have no direction, we're just going to typically swim around in circles. So I would say, just for a minute, forget the passion, the drive, the thirst for success that keeps us sort of motivated and going, and get to know your numbers. We need a plan. We absolutely need a plan. So unfortunately, too many businesses do fail due to lack of planning. They can be working, 15 hours a day. They can be working 25 hours a day, and they still go bust because they weren't really working for an end goal. So I would strongly recommend for everybody, go and see an accountant, a coach, a mentor. Go and see three of them, and get some options there. And, take the burden off yourself.
Yeah, getting that second opinion is really important. Thank you very much for your input. There was a real lot there. And what we are going to do with this particular show, yes, we're going to have the whole thing up on the business portal under Brisbane Small Business, but each person's individual segment we're going to have under their section of their portal as well. We're going to kick one of Tony's other videos off so that we can put this one on. He is a very prolific user of